Aromatherapist talking about therapy. So yes, we're doing that today. And we have a couple of things that I wanted to go over with you when it comes to therapy and your business. This is an interesting concept, but I think as you see the little checklist I have for you, it's a good thing to compare and kind of think about how you're treating your business, and it might help with some stagnation that you may have been feeling in your business. So if we haven't met before, my name is Renee Hughes, and I am the founder of the Aroma Specialist. And what we do is we help to stabilize and advance aromatherapists in their business, as well as holistic practitioners. And we primarily do that through speaking, teaching them captivating speaking. Well, in order to be an incredible speaker and to advance your business using speaking, you need to really have what we call like emotional stability, some balance. And what happens is, and we're seeing this, is that people will sometimes get very attached to their business and have that business fill the role of a therapist. It sounds weird, doesn't it? Well, let me go over what we're seeing, the trend that we're seeing, and why this might be happening. But before we do that, let's back up a little bit. When someone makes the decision that they want to see a therapist or a psychologist or a psychiatrist, like they've made that decision, or a coach like us, right? That they've decided, I want some emotional support. I want some help when it comes to my thinking, my attitude, my feelings, my anxiety, my depression, these types of things. What has usually happened to lead them to that decision? Well, sometimes it is the fact that they have come to be aware that they really are dealing with depression at a level maybe they've never dealt with it before. Maybe their moods have just gotten to be so low that they can't pull out of it, and they're thinking, okay, I need some help. Maybe their thinking is so out of balance and they feel like they don't even feel like themselves anymore. And they think, I need some help. Maybe it's some physical symptoms. Maybe they've begun to have panic attacks or not able to eat, or maybe they're grief-stricken or dealing with addiction. There's so many reasons that people will sit down and say, you know what, it's time. I really want some help. And sometimes it's at the recommendation of our doctors or a family member. Any of that can cause a person to say, let me get some support, getting past this thing, this mood, or finding out exactly what's going on with me and then getting some support with it. Okay, so we know that's kind of what happens. Well, how does a business connect to that? If you think about it, many business owners, especially in the space where we teach aromatherapy and holistic practitioners, we tend to be the type of people, we're very sensitive, we're very creative, and our businesses tend to fill us up in a way. We really feel passionate about it. We're helping people with their health and wellness. And so because of that, sometimes we rely on the business to be the thing that pulls us out of something that's not pleasant. For example, we've heard some people will say, well, I know I want to do this. I know I want to be a business owner. I know I want to be in holistic practice or aromatherapy for a business because I hate working. I hate going into an office. I hate the 9 to 5. I got so much anxiety being at work. And I know that I am, I'm an entrepreneur at heart. And I know that because I really couldn't stand, being in an office. Well, guess what? As an entrepreneur, if you're going to be successful, and you're going to have those months that carry you through the years, you have to have some consistent months in order to make this business your full-time gig. You've got to have that consistency. You've got to be bringing in enough that it's going to at least meet or exceed your previous income or whatever income that you need for your budget. That takes a lot of work and consistency, and what a lot of people don't tell you or don't know, maybe themselves, is that it very much mimics the schedule that you have in your 9 to 5. Even though you may be working it part-time, you might be working 2 days a week or 3 days a week, but your schedule and what you need to do is going to be very similar to working a regular job if you're going to be successful. So if we lean into that and say, you know what, I want to feel better, I want to not get overwhelmed anymore, and we say, so because of that, I'm going to be a business owner. That's not the best way to make that decision, because the fact is, for success, you're going to need to work just as hard, if not harder, than you ever did in your 9 to 5. So that's a truth bomb that a lot of people may not know, but it's true. And so while I love, if you know my story, those of you who don't, I've been working on my own since 2009. My husband and I left our corporate jobs in 2009 and never looked back. However, in order for us to make it and pay our bills and be sustained financially, we had to work. We had to work really hard. Now, we love the freedom it gives us in the sense that we can travel, we can set our own schedules, but make no mistake, you still have to show up consistently and put some hours behind that business. It's just absolutely true. So if that's kind of checkbox number one, understanding that if you started your business, or if you're in your business because you couldn't stand your 9 to 5, and yet maybe you're getting stuck in some places, it could be because your mentality was, hey, this business was supposed to keep me out of overwhelm. It was supposed to keep me from feeling all these feelings that I was having before. So again, your business is not your therapy. What's the other thing? Another telltale sign that maybe you've picked up this business and it's acting as a therapist for you. The next one is that you find you're changing all the time. So you've put a lot of work in, maybe you've had a great idea, you put some time behind it, and you feel so full and so excited when you start with this program, or you open your school, or whatever it is that you're doing, only to completely revert when you're not getting the results you thought you would get. So when people aren't enrolling in your program, or they're not purchasing your product, or you just don't get that result, then you say, okay, well, I have to change. I'm going to do something else. This no longer aligns with me. I'm going to switch and do this instead, or do that instead. It's that seeking of a feeling that we're looking for in our business, and it's the wrong place. So think about the source of where you're looking for your joy and your happiness cannot be your business. That's something that you want to infuse into your business. Joy, your own joy and happiness, your balance, your passions, and your mindset, and your ability to survive. You want to infuse that into your business, not be relying on the business to infuse that into you. That makes sense? So that is number 2, is constantly changing your business. We'll kind of let you know. The last thing is, if you are, I'm forgetting the word here, but if you are defining yourself, that's what it is. If you're defining yourself by the results that you get in your business, so for example, many in my audience are transformation coaches, like you're helping people to transform their body, their mind in some kind of way. And if you're not seeing results, or enough results, or the kind of results that you thought you would see, being completely reduced by that and feeling like I, am not good enough, and you're identifying yourself and defining yourself by the results of your clients, when in fact those results can have lots of different reasons that they may or may not be getting results. So if you find that you're on a roller coaster, high highs and low lows, all depending on what's happening with your clients, then again, that's another sign that you may be using your business as your therapist. It's in the wrong place. It's in the wrong place. So we want to end with this. I absolutely believe, my opinion as a certified professional aromatherapist and certified natural health coach, and someone who's helped over 400 people like yourselves who are coaches, get past plateaus in their business, in their life. I would say that it is important for us to seek emotional support and balance. I certainly do. And I think that when we do that and we find it in the right place, we get ourselves a coach or we get ourselves a therapist. They're not the same, but whatever it is that you need, and you go out and you seek that and you start working with someone, you're going to see the difference in your business, because it's going to infuse into your business the thing that you need to reach the next level in your business. So find passion and balance and endurance and happiness at the right source, and it's not your business. You want to infuse those things into it, not just take that away. Now, lastly, does that mean that we should not be passionate about our business, or we shouldn't find joy and excitement in our business? Absolutely not. I adore what I do. A lot of us out here, we're doing it because we just adore it. And when we see our clients make transformation and their lives change, oh, it does. It touches our hearts, absolutely. But we can't be defined by it, and it can't be the only reason we're in business, right? And with that little mind shift of not allowing our business or looking to our business to treat us and to have it determined who we are or how we feel, once we make that shift, you're going to see a big difference in being able to show up for your business and how you feel about it, and not having so many of those high highs and low lows. So we'd love to hear your opinions and thoughts on this. DM me, of course you can put it in the comments, but we'd love to get to know you and your businesses. So please reach out anytime. Again, I'm Renee, and thank you so much.